What's up, y'all? I'm back for another video. Um, we're here to do probably for right now until I'll probably come back and do some if I can find any, but we're gonna do probably for right now the last Jet Li movie, and I figured what we're gonna do is probably one of his earlier movies. I don't know if it's his earliest, but one of them. Movie called Shaolin Temple. I found it the other day. I was gonna review another movie. It was gonna be him as an assassin. I watched it. It's not. It's just. I didn't feel like it was reviewable. Like it was a fine movie. Essentially, like I even recorded a video that I was gonna upload. I think on Monday, then, but then I think my phone ran out of space, and I also just felt like I even kind of watched back some of the video, the one that I had, and it really just was me just saying, yeah, the fight scenes are cool, but that's it. Like, so I feel like it just wasn't worth reviewing. So I decided we're gonna do this movie. So, and then tomorrow we're gonna do Black Christmas, which I cannot wait for. I have not watched that movie in um, about a year. I think I watched it last Christmas around. So it's gonna be fun to watch this film and that film again and talk about that. But today, Shaolin Temple it's one of the it has this like old school because it came out in 1982. So this was around when the martial arts movie was pretty big still, because this is still like in that Bruce Lee kind of time. And this movie is very simple. I mean, it's dubbed, of course, not dubbed, it's subbed, but this one was about Jet Li plays a man who wants revenge for his father who was killed by the Emperor, and he is taken in by a Shaolin temple, and he basically learns to fight, and he has to protect the temple. That's basically the film. I mean, it's very simple. It flows okay. Like, you gotta remember, a lot of these older foreign, especially movies from, uh, this is like one of the first martial arts movies to be made in mainland China. So, of course, it's not gonna be polished, so it's like not gonna be shot great, of course. But I will say the fight scenes in this movie are actually really good. Like for a movie that's really old, the choreography is really fucking good, and I think Jet Li plays a decent. I mean, his character is it's subtitled, so I can't really understand what he's saying, but it makes sense. It's a solid revenge story. That's really all it is. So I think I'm just gonna kind of go right into it because it's pretty much that simple. It's not an over the top story. There's cool fight scenes, and here we go. So this the movie opens up. We get this like kind of nice big shot of mainland China, and this film is set during the medieval China period. Set in medieval China, which I think they did a good job of portraying. It has like this medieval feel to it. The emperor, um, there's this we get this like long opening, with the title and the credits, and like this nice shot of like mainland China and the wars are happening. And then we kind of cut to um, Ju Wan, which is I think that's Jet Li's character. Um, the Emperor takes Ju Wan and his father in as prisoners, and then one day we see the Emperor sees Ju Wan's father, and then like starts attacking him and kills him. His father tries to fight off some of his people, and even Ju-wan tries to get involved, but he gets bodied pretty quick. They kill his father, which the kill scene is okay. Like, I can't complain. Like, it looks a little weird. Like, when he gets stabbed with a sword, and then like the blood is literally like fucking squirting out like the way it was. That was a bit much, but it's fine. It's 1982. I'm not gonna complain about that. So, Ju-won, because I think he ends up getting thrown into the water. Um, he ends up managing to escape to the Shaolin Temple, where he gets taken in, and then before he kind of works around the temple initially, starts befriending one of the monks. He befriends one of the monks, and he starts learning to fight. And I think he meets this girl, um, Sifu, I think is her name. Not Sifu. Sifu's the guy. Sifu and they he starts seeing them fighting, and he learns how to fight. There's a scene with a dog where he accidentally kills a dog, and to hide it, he cooks it. Ah, you know, it's so. I'm like, I maybe this the stereotype wasn't out there at the time, and I'm not complaining. I'm just finding it kind of funny. He's literally eating a dog, and then he feeds it to his. The other people start eating it too. Okay, so that happens, and then Ju-won starts learning to fight. Shaves his head and becomes more of a monk, and begins training. He's starting to get some cool fighting abilities. But one day, while sparring with somebody, he visualizes the emperor and nearly kills one of the um, his he nearly injures his partner. So um, the main boss of the Shaolin Temple tells him basically he is banished, and he initially gets punished, and then he runs off and decides because he wants revenge for what happened to the emperor. Then he goes off, and then he tries to break into the emperor's temple, when because the emperor there's a scene before the girl you see throughout the film. I'm trying to find her name. Uh, and this is another thing. There's a girl in this film who knows how to fight. I can't find her name right now, but she knows how to fight too. So this once again, there were badass women who existed before 2015 Hollywood. But anyway, so this girl gets taken in by the emperor's forces and basically given to the emperor, obviously for the emperor basically rape. And who Jew, I'm just gonna call him that. Ju-won breaks in, takes out a few of the emperor's forces. And I will say this: the fight scenes in this movie are pretty good, pretty done well, and you actually see some people die. So it's not just like fighting with it's martial arts, but there's weapons in this movie. So he takes out a couple of the guys, fights the emperor for a bit. Um, so yeah, he nearly beats the emperor, and then the emperor, because the emperor's drunk, so he's doing drunk food, which is kind of fun to watch. I'm not gonna lie, fun and it's done so well. But I think he has to escape. Um, so the emperor decides to take his forces to the temple because they learn that Ju's there. So Ju-won gets welcomed back into the temple, but the Emperor's forces break in, and this is pretty much the rest of the movie, really. So the Emperor's forces show up. We get a giant shit fight with all the monks, and initially Ju-on is ordered to stand back with the woman, but then they come when the Emperor's forces start winning, and they have to get cornered into the temple, and then and Sifu ends up getting wounded and tells Ju to defend the temple, and then we get like a final fight. Um, and the Emperor gets killed by Ju-on, and then his forces get defeated. Um, and then he gets returns back to the temple, pretty much becomes an official monk, and I think then he gets with the girl, and then that's it, really, for the film. It has an awkward ending, so it's kind of cool to see this movie, just because is it an amazing movie? No, and I'm gonna be honest, especially with a lot of other Jet Li's catalog, I'm probably not gonna watch this again. But this was a fun little movie to watch. It was a nice little kung fu movie to watch for an hour and a half. See young Jet Li in it, back in the day before he became really big. So, and I like this. Yeah, I like the cinematography for an older film. I like the look of. I've always loved the aesthetic of old ancient China and Japan, just like Asia in general, but like specifically Japan and China. Something about the aesthetic of feudal Japan or ancient China. I just really like it. That's why I love Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, or Hero, or movies like that, or Fearless. I'll throw that one in there, like because it's like old China or old Japan. It's so I always love it. Even in this movie, it's done great. The fighting is good. Young Jet Li really did a good job as a Shaolin monk. I think they do a good job of showing the Shaolin monk, rituals and stuff. It's not great. The plot's really simple, like to the point where you can say it's almost thin, but it's simple. He wants revenge for his father's murder. He gets trained by the monks, goes off on his own, tries to kill the emperor, unsuccessful, goes back, trains a bit more, and then. But yeah, it's still a great film. I had fun with it. It was. I would probably give it about a 7 out of 10. Like I mentioned, probably not gonna watch it again compared to like Jet Li's other catalog, but I had fun with this movie, and I thought this was a nice one to end on since this is one of his earliest movies. So I figured this would be a nice way to kind of end Jet Li for a bit. So what we'll take Jet Li Mondays now will be Jackie Chan Mondays, and I'll figure out what Jackie Chan movie I'm gonna do. But tomorrow we'll be doing Black Christmas, which in my opinion is one of the greatest, not just Christmas horror, but horror movies ever made. Definitely a lot of inspiration from Halloween is from this movie. Definitely. This movie came out in 1974. It's a great one. And no, I'm not doing the remakes. I'm not doing either remake, to be honest. I'm only going to do the original. If I ever do I'm only going to do maybe the '06 remake, but I'm not doing that shitty 2019 one. So if you want my quick review of the 2019 Black Christmas, it's dog shit. But yeah, Black Christmas 1974 tomorrow. One of the greatest horror movies ever made. And the crazy thing about that movie, you never see the killer. You see his eye, and then like you see a silhouette of his face, kind of. But you don't see his actual face. You just see a silhouette of his head, and then you see like an eye, and then like a hand. So it's like you. That's what makes it so much more creepy. Is you never actually see the killer. I think we know his name. His name is Billy, but that's it. So, but other than that, tomorrow that's what I'm gonna be doing. But yeah, Shaolin Temple's a decent one. But yeah, fuck Warner Brothers, fuck Disney, fuck La Bitch James, fuck Seth Rogen, fuck Joy Reid. God, I really hate that woman. She's such a piece of shit. Fuck Kevin Smith, and fuck Joe Biden. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Peace.